bell rings. It's time for round 2. The second round begins. Hey look everyone, it's Grumpzilla, back to stomp on my fun. Sorry to disappoint, but this train, it keeps on rolling. You either hitch a ride or get out of the way. I'm getting out of the way. I am the polar opposite of surprised. But hey, we all got interests. It's only natural those interests don't always align. Just like the stars. Still gotta waste some time. Andy looks up. Despite the fact that you're in hell, you can't see the stars. Space. Now there's a place to party. I'd bring an inner tube. Float on a moonbeam. Chill like an alien. Have you ever been? To space? Nah. Why? Me neither is probably. Why not? Scared of heights. I get that. I feel that. Also, I'm pretty lazy. Hell's more my speed. And the other ghosts? They're fun, I guess. Well, not Agatha. You'd think a vampire would be more fun. I fell asleep talking to her. Which, I know, rude. Sometimes when I'm bored, I play a game. Take what someone says and try to guess their sign. Agatha's sign? The vampire ghost's a wet blanket, obsessed with the past, single-track mind. Agatha's a Scorpio, most deaf. What about Dave? Balto over there? Pup's goal-oriented for show. Scatterbrained as heck, loyal but flighty, a total Libra. This is all BS. Of course it is. I wish I'd gotten to ask about Gale too, but of course it skipped past it. But is it? Before you died, do you believe in ghosts or party demons? Oop. Here we go, fading away again. Nature calls. Andy crushes a beer on their head. There we go. So where were we? Andy still appears to be fading. He's still fading away. What? I am? That never happens. You're making it worse. I'm trying to make it better. Maybe if I put on more party accessories. I left them in the car. The bell rings. I gotta go. Andy's been partying for more than 1,000 years. I'm sure they'll figure this out. Don't worry. I mean, don't worry that much. Demons aren't even real. Or are they? I return to drag you further down. Please don't. Why do you push me away? Is it because you are afraid? I came here to have fun. I am not sure why I am here. A common theme for me. I go where I haven't been. Perhaps because I want to escape. Where I've been. I just can't see us together. You are not the first to say this. Tell me, lonely spirit. Does time slow around me? I do not understand why. From my perspective, it ticks away just the same. Perhaps your idea of time moves quicker than it is typical. But perhaps it's a product of my curse. It makes me uncomfortable. I apologize if my aura disturbs you. You may grow accustomed to it. Others have, at least. When I first became a vampire, it was difficult to find blood without killing people. What happens to a vampire without blood? We wither, shrivel, immobile, a husk. But the mind remains. The effect can be reversed if we are fed blood. But to the living, a body without a pulse is dead. Many vampires are present at their own funerals. For some, there are multiple funerals. The lucky withered are put in tombs. The unlucky are buried. Have you ever been buried? Yes. I would like to change the subject. Can vampires survive on animal blood? I was, for a period, a hunter, but the animals needed to be large. It was a dangerous way to survive. You see, lonely ghost, It is hard to kill that which is undead, but the undead can certainly be maimed. Over time, my tactics evolved. I became a nurse. It was quite good. It was easy to take more than was needed. A unit for a test that required a vial. I only took more from those healthy enough to give it. How did you not get caught? Every 12 years, I would move. Another jurisdiction, far, far away. Enroll anew in a nursing school. Train once more. Work once more. This way, no one noticed that I wasn't aging. Over time, I became quite lonely. Did you know any other vampires? I did not. You would think over time we would find each other. But in all my years as a vampire, I did not meet others like me, except for the one who turned me, and he is no longer in the picture, as they say. We don't have to talk about this. I appreciate your empathy. It is fine. The one who turned me was my husband, my first husband, on our anniversary, 8 years to the day. He said this way I would be pretty forever. I did not ask to be undead. I wanted to grow old. I wanted to die someday. That is the natural way of things. He did not care what was natural. He did not care what I wanted. What happened to him? I foolishly mistook his gesture for romance and stayed with him for a number of years. But eternity is a long time. Eventually, he left me for someone he deemed prettier. I can only assume he turned her as well. You know, lonely spirit, despite some difficulties, you are a good listener. Oh, did I not screw this one up badly enough? Should you wish to know me better, you need only look where crimson meets black. However, if you are not interested, I will understand. There needn't be any bad blood between us. Goodbye, lonely spirit. Perhaps I will see you again. A vampire coat. Yeah, I screwed it up. I don't know that you can screw that one up. I feel like I picked all the options that showed the most disinterest. There was one that I thought was the one where she said thank you for your empathy, but that I feel like the other one was worse for trying to tank it. Anyway, that's neat. Dave ran away, huh? I'm not really a dog person. Too bad. Guess I'm your consolation prize. What do you want to know? Something about you. You want to know about little old me? Not much to me, I'm afraid. I lived, I died. Now I'm a spectral travel agent. Where else could I take a trip? The Dead Sea? Death Valley? Murder Island? That last one's in Nova Scotia. It's gorgeous out there. How did you die? Oh, you don't want to know that. Wouldn't you rather do some trivia? I didn't expect trivia. Are you sure you aren't Fran? Fran and I are friends. We died around the same time, but we're very different. I have this PDA, for instance, and my head bends the other way. So yeah. Totally different. Let me ask you something, hon. If you could do anything, what would you do? Everything I regret not doing. A life of regret, huh? Let me tell you. The only people who don't regret something are people who never lived. Besides, you got an eternity ahead of you. Plenty of time to move on. You're surprisingly optimistic. Hell runs pretty deep. Stare into the abyss long enough. The abyss eventually says, hey Gale, you're doing alright. Would you look at the time? Sorry to cut this short. The bell's not going to ring itself. Thanks for the chat, baby doll. So do we not get second round of trivia? Oh, you're a real peach, even if you're more of a cat person. Gale floats over to a table in the corner where a black bell rests. She rings it. It's time to pick a date. So, I didn't screw up Agatha's badly enough. Does it still let me try? The ghost left and cannot be dated. Okay, is it just the same for... Oh, apparently I didn't screw up Andy's either. Alright, well, that was still entertaining nonetheless. I'm glad we went through that anyway. Thank you guys for watching Speed Dating for Ghosts. I hope this has been entertaining. And thanks for sticking around for a few more episodes if you cared to watch these intentional sabotages. I'll see you guys for something different next time.